Hey everyone, Jared Vergasky back again, reading Naruto, having fun, staying safe, staying healthy, staying awesome. So, we are on chapter 6 now, continuing on the story of Kakashi with the bells, and kind of just putting a more and more emphasis as time goes by on how much of a badass Kakashi is, which I don't think YouTube wants me to cuss so early on, but Kakashi earns it, so it's cool. Like I said in one of the last videos, Kakashi is everyone's first favorite character, and so this entire just set of chapters that puts emphasis on the bells is also just putting a lot of emphasis on that. People like Kakashi a lot. He is skilled in just about every way that you could possibly imagine. Examples are the fact that he's just finessing Naruto with taijutsu. He captures and disables Sakura with genjutsu. He even uses a form of, I think you would still call it taijutsu, but it's arguable on whether it's taijutsu or ninjutsu, in order to do what's called the substitution jutsu on Naruto in order to confuse him. And it's a non-stop mess of Kakashi just laying into what is essentially 12-year-olds. So this is the only thing that gets me a little bit about this show and the manga, the anime, everything about it is you're basically watching or reading an entire set of chapters dedicated to what's basically like a 27, 30-year-old man beating the crap out of some 12-year-olds. And that sort of, once that dawns on you just a little bit, can get kind of awkward to think about, that there's just this full-grown adult just beating up preteens on just a regular Tuesday. And so it's just a little odd. It does start divulging a little bit more as the series goes on, which this isn't getting into a whole lot of spoilers, but needless to say, there are people that become ninjas at a much younger age, and there are people who are 12 as ninjas or have been 12 as ninjas that have gone to war before and have seen much worse than what Kakashi is doing right now to Team 7. So it's not that bad once you get a feel for what the entire world is like, because then you kind of realize that this is more or less just Kakashi kind of showing them hey, if you can't deal with me giving you 10% of my attention and still beating the crap out of you, then you're not going to really be able to deal with all-out war or stealth missions with life and death involved. It's basically him prepping them for the reality of the situations that they're going to be in later. But you don't really get that yet. So for right now, it's quite literally just Kakashi beating the crap out of some 12-year-olds. And so there's just that. It puts more emphasis on Naruto's character as being rash and, not exactly the smartest or most clever fighter. It puts emphasis on Sasuke having more tact to what he's doing, and it puts more emphasis on Sakura being just a very big cliche. Because Sakura, once again, is just flocking over Sasuke, and the only real thing that happens with Sakura in this entire chapter is she hides at first in the last chapter, finally gets out right now in order to go try to do something, but what does she try to do? She doesn't try to get a bell, she tries to find Sasuke, because that's the only thing that's on her radar right now. And so she tries to find Sasuke. She does know that she still needs to obviously try to get the bells and deal with Kakashi at one point or another, but that's not what her mission is. And when she does realize that Kakashi's there, she immediately gets caught in a genjutsu and is taken out because she hallucinates Sasuke being deathly injured, and just the idea of him being deathly injured like that is enough for her to just completely be incapacitated. It's just done. And so, I don't know, that's all her character is right now, and truth be told, that's to a degree what the main point of her character is through the entire show. I wish it wasn't. Sakura isn't my least favorite character, and I mentioned before that she does get better, but she just kind of sucks right now, and I know that it's not going to get better by a whole lot, and it's not going to get better anytime soon. So I don't know what to how to respond to that. It's just a thing. I don't like Sakura's character all that much. But it's given a little bit more of a lead up to the fact that now Sasuke is going to be going against Kakashi, and we're going to see how that plays out. And it'll be kind of cool to just sort of, go back and watch small little fights like this that have ripple effects that go throughout the rest of the show and also have impacts and homages to stuff that's happened in previous eras before Naruto's generation. And so, yeah, it's fun to watch. Pros and cons. Pros, it does put a lot more emphasis on Kakashi being just a major badass and being capable of doing all these really cool things that you haven't seen before. It also does start showing you a lot of new aspects of what is in the Naruto universe. It goes over the idea of what a genjutsu is, as in it explaining that it's a hallucination. Basically, you are disrupting someone's chakra, and by doing that, you cause them to start hallucinating in different ways, and they can vary in what ways they are, but it's definitely a really useful tool if you're really good at performing genjutsu. Clearly, taijutsu is just something that every ninja should have some kind of an ability to do, because it is just basically physical abilities and physical strength. And then it doesn't quite go into ninjutsu yet, so I'm not going to touch on it a whole lot, but ninjutsu is basically just manifesting your chakra into other forms. And so I have a hunch we're going to see a little bit more of that soon, so haha. But that is this chapter in a nutshell. Next one, probably going to be uploaded tomorrow, is going to be what is essentially chapter 7, which is Kakashi versus Sasuke. We'll see how much really happens in the next chapter, and I will talk to you guys whenever we get there. Thanks so much. Like I said, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Go ahead and let's start a conversation down below as to what your thoughts are on the bell test in general, what you think about earlier renditions of scenes like this going all the way back to, the first 10 chapters of the manga, and how they really played out having read it or looked back at it now versus whenever you first saw it. Just, basic things like that. I'd love to be able to start a conversation down below. And so I will see you guys in the next video, and we will go from there. Thanks, everyone. Bye.